have to say. All right. What's going on, guys? First vlog of the year. Bringing you some updates, bringing you Ultimate Expression for the new year. And we're going to see where this adventure takes us. For this first vlog, I'm going to give you a couple of updates on the car, where we stand on that. And I'm going to get the hot bath. I gave you the ice bath on the other one. I'm going to do a heat bath with the Epsom salt, give you some results on that. And may have a little special surprise review for you. Stay tuned to the vlog, and let's go. It's New Year, baby.
But I feel her. I hear her heartbeat.
All right, we're here with another review. I got my co-host sitting beside me, and I went and picked her up the other day, and she says to me, let's go see Avatar. Avatar 2, whatever it's called. What's it called?
Avatar: The Way of Water.
Avatar: The Way of Water. Anyway, it was her second time seeing it. She said it was good. I heard from some of my other friends that it was a good movie. So I tagged along, and we had some fun watching the movie. The first question I'm going to ask you is, what was the best part of the movie?
It was definitely the scene, like whenever the Tulkun came over, and they all came back from their migration or whatever they were doing, and they all had like a reunion with their, what do they call them?
I don't know.
Like their spirit sisters and brothers.
Oh, the green people. Or what color do you call it? I call them the green people.
They're blue.
The other ones are blue. They're kind of green.
No.
Depends on if you're colorblind or not. But the Avatar people are blue.
They're all blue.
You be the judge of that. But if you hadn't seen the movie, there may be some spoilers in here. But I enjoyed the movie, and my favorite part is pretty much where Jake puts the other dude in the rear naked choke. It's a small part of the movie, but I just thought it was cool that they found a way to incorporate a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of jiu-jitsu into the movie. But that kind of segues into the fight scenes. The action part of the movie, it wasn't drawn out. It wasn't long drawn out action scenes. They got to the point. It wasn't something where this hero and the villain had this 15-minute epic fight that really means nothing at the end of the movie. But there's some dynamic changes in the finale. You just have to watch the movie if you want to know what I'm talking about. But the way they constructed the movie, and then the plots that they had going in the movie, the main plot, the subplots, and the stories within the story, I feel like they really took you on an adventure of telling each character's story, like individually, like the sons, apart from Jake. You know how they took each son and they kind of addressed their own story? Like the one
like
went with the Tulkun, yeah, and some of the other things. And was the little boy with the dreads or the locks?
Girl, Tuk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the little sister.
Oh, I meant the boy with the mask.
You mean Spider?
Yeah, Spider. I forget his name. I forget characters' names, but she remembers a lot of the names. Each one of them had their own story, but they took the time to address their stories in the set. Just basically give them foundation so you knew why they were doing what they were doing. Made for a long movie, but it wasn't a lot of questions that needed to be asked when you watch each one of them's story, and then you watch them all come back together. Did you have a favorite character?
Not really. I don't really have a favorite character. I think like a lot of them are good characters. I don't think that they focused on Netayon though.
On who?
Netayon, the eldest brother.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't really focus on him a lot, especially since like what happened.
Yeah, I believe so, because towards the end of the movie, it seemed like he was kind of absent. Yeah. Until like the finale started, then he kind of came back into the movie. But the other brother, I felt like they spent a lot of time on him.
Yeah, Lil Whack.
See, she remembers their names. I don't remember names.
He was a good character. He has a lot of I think mental, not mental issues, but mentally he has some stuff going on, especially with his dad. But I feel like towards the end of the movie it got better.
Yeah, like trying to measure up. Like he was being the second son and trying to measure up to his older brother, and always felt like he was just wasn't they wasn't giving him the respect that he deserved. I guess you could put it like that.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed was at the end of the movie when Jake was he was trying to get Jake to breathe. Mm-hmm. He was Neteon was gone, so he thought that he was speaking to Neteon when he regained consciousness after Loak saved him, and I felt bad for him, but I guess Jake kind of wanted to believe that he was still alive.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
And that's something I think they'll address in the future movies. But it's the second part of Avatar, and they're already getting into the next generation. And who knows where they go if they have a third part, which most likely there will be, if they're trying to get deeper into even another generation, or they'll continue along these lines. But that's something I really don't think a lot about. She's probably a bigger fan and would think more into future episodes. We got
3 more movies coming
for Avatar.
Yeah, it skips a year each, but it's always in December. Cause the next one is the Seed Bearer, I think. Yeah.
See, she already has a scoop on those. I take them as they come. It's not exactly one of my most favorite series of movies, not like Star Wars or something like that, but. And it's one thing about these movies, they develop a certain following by people, and you have people that will compare movies against each other, like Star Wars and Avatar, and even Star Trek series. But to me, they all have their own place. They're all different. One thing I will add is when I was watching the movie, they had overuse of dialogue, and I was telling her this after we watched the movie, is the young kids, they really wanted to establish that they were young, so they overused bro with each other. They were constantly saying bro. I mean, it got a little redundant.
Bro!
Bro this and bro that and bro all over the place.
Bro!
And she noticed another one with
Neytiri. She in the first movie and in this one, when she refers to Jake, she doesn't just say Jake. She says my Jake.
My Jake.
Jake! Jake! Jake!
His name was fluent in the movie all over the place. Everybody was calling his name, and everybody was saying bro, and it was all coming at you like shooting stars. But I thought it was an interesting fact. Overall, I enjoyed the movie. And like I said, I enjoyed the main plot, the subplots and that, and not have to go on the ratings of the 10 scale, I would have to go at least an 8 or 8.5, somewhere around in there. That's what I would give it. What about you?
I'd have to give it a 10. Sorry.
A 10?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Wow.
It's been 11 or 13 years since the last one. Mm-hmm. They haven't really I mean, you can't really blame them though, because that wasn't their fault for coming out so long with production. But it was a good movie. I mean, it's worth the 3 hours to me.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a 3-hour movie. At the end, I felt like they could go another half hour into it. I could have sat there another half hour and watched. It was definitely entertaining. Didn't have a lot of slow spots in it. But if you're going into the theater and you're expecting action-packed from beginning to the end, it's not going to be physical action and shooting and stuff like that, just nonstop. It's a lot of good story, a lot of good dialogue, and it gives you a sense of adventure inside the movie. That was another thing I'll add is during the movie, they have their firearms, and it's clear that Jake is proficient in his firearms, coming from the Marines. But they must have been making ammo because he was steadily reloading, and I don't know where he had that many magazines out there, if he made his own guns or what. Kind kind of seen a close-up of some of them, and it looked like he had carved out some of the weapons. So I'm not sure if there's a story behind that, which when you're writing a movie, I'm sure there is a story behind it. What types of weapons was he using? And where did he get all that ammo?
Well,
and his gun never jammed.
In the beginning of the movie, it, like, not portrayed, but like they had a scene where they like all flew in on their Banshees and they attacked one of the cargo, like it looked like a subway, but it was like a train kind of. They attacked it and it exploded and whatever, and they got the ships out the sky, and then they like distributed guns and stuff to all of the Na'vi, and then I guess that's where they get their ammo from, because they, like, the way that they talked about it with the army people or whatever, they would, like, say that it keeps getting frequent. So I guess that's where he would get his ammo from. But, like, he ran out of ammo whenever he was fighting Quaritch when he was riding his, sea animal. I forget what that one's called, but he ran out and had to dip into the water to kind of get away from him, and the Tiri was kind of trying to cover him.
Oh yeah, they had a buku's the ammo though, but I mean fully autos. But that's pretty much. I think that's all I got for the review. Give it an 8.5 out of 10. You gave it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's a really good score, especially for this critic. I may be even a tougher critic, but that's all I got for now. You got anything?
No.
You can say bye to the people.
I gotta say bye.
You do want to say bye?
No.
Oh, she's not telling y'all bye. I might, just not now.
2 hours later.
So I just got out of jiu-jitsu, and I can tell you I hadn't been rolling here lately, but I can tell you that yesterday was one of my best days as far as how I felt. Today has been not so great, and it kind of interfered with the class, but a lot of pulling up here in this rib underneath the chest. So I'm gonna grab what I got left of this and get this soak on. Turn this. So the heated bath is much easier to get into. Still take your time getting in. Got some Epsom salt in here, and this will be a 30-minute adventure. What's good about this, I can turn on the phone, I can check emails, I can watch videos, do video reviews or whatever, and relax. But when you're doing an ice bath, you're constantly fighting the cold. I'm gonna fight the heat in here, but I'm gonna turn on the jets, and I'll get with you in a few. So I did forget to do an outro video, so this is the outro video. But you guys know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that stuff. And thank you guys for tuning in, those that have been watching and sharing the videos. And on the Epsom salt bath, using the heat, last night was probably one of the most painful nights I had, as far as, you know, with the rib thing and all that stuff going on. The ice bath did numb it, some pain came back, but after the Epsom salt bath and the heat, I don't know if that had anything to do with the extra pain or not, but it was pretty excruciating. Just a tough night. So if you're comparing the two, you really have to do your own comparison, unless you're going to take my word for it. The update on the car, I'm going to do a little bit more detail probably in the next video, maybe do some more history on that. There are some updates. I'm not going to go into it now. It's been a long enough video. I'll catch you guys in the next video. You know what this is.